When you take your final breath, does the world simply fall silent? Or is there a hidden crack slowly opening up for us? Welcome to my channel, where we dive into the ultimate exploration of life and death, light and dark, fear and freedom. Today, we're delving into a legendary text known as the Book of the Dead, or, as it's called in the West, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. This isn't your run-of-the-mill funeral handbook. It's a soul roadmap that guides you through the three intermediate states, the most incredible passage between life and death. Legend has it that the 8th century tantric master Padmasambhava, who once tamed the ancient gods of the snowy mountains with his mystical powers, also penned this afterlife log out of pure compassion. He taught us that death isn't the end, it's a door to endless possibilities. But in your darkest hour, can you recognize that brilliant, pure light? Will you step into the light or fall into another cycle of rebirth? Now, let's shut out the everyday noise, dial our awareness down to its deepest setting, and step into the first intermediate state, Chikhai Bardo, that breathtaking Aurora-like moment at the instant of death. Imagine that moment when your lungs slowly let out that very last breath. Your heart stops beating, your blood recedes, and your senses fade away like the dying glow of a sunset. Yet, right when your body's electrical activity hits zero, your awareness remains undimmed. The Tibetan Book of the Dead calls this moment Chikhai Bardo, when your body falls apart and your mind sheds its layers. A torrent of what the scriptures call the primordial clear light rushes in beside you. This light is intangible yet searing, not of this physical world, but shining brighter than a trillion stars. It carries no emotions, yet embodies unconditional compassion. It is, in essence, your most original, true self. The scriptures reveal, if you can recognize this light right then, you're instantly liberated, freed from the endless cycle of rebirth. But for those who haven't done the inner work, this light often turns into a source of fear. A lifetime of attachments, like heavy chains, causes your soul to instinctively shrink back, making you miss that final step out to freedom. Fear comes from the collapse of your identity. Who are you really? When your name, job, and relationships are stripped away, all you're left with is your bare heart exposed in an infinite sea of light. This nakedness is both a trial and a blessing. The Tibetan Book of the Dead advises the dying to softly whisper, "O noble traveler, recognize this light. It's your true nature, not something foreign." It's a reminder for those nearing death and a wake-up call for the living. While you still have time, learn to face the light head-on, or death will catch you off guard. If your soul recoils, that brilliant light contracts into a distant, dim star, and the gateway of Chikhai Bardo shuts. In the very next moment, your consciousness will plunge into the second passage, Chonyi Bardo, a realm spun from your own projections, a mix of nightmare and paradise. But before you step into that next realm, remember the warmth of that light, because recognizing it means recognizing your eternal self. When that primordial light fades, your soul slips into the second Bardo, Chonyi Bardo. Here, the weight of your body no longer holds you down, and your mind basically becomes the architect. Your fears, desires, and unkept promises get blown up 100-fold, projecting every snapshot of your subconscious into a holographic universe. This is the stage where the peaceful deities come to greet you. They embody compassion, joy, and wisdom, sometimes appearing as Buddha, Guanyin, or even that guardian angel you admired as a kid. If you can recognize that all of this is just your own heart coming through, you can climb the ladder of light and finally break the cycle of rebirth. But most souls recoil in shock. When compassion isn't fully understood, peace turns into anger. Then the wrathful deities step in, with fierce faces, fiery manes, and thunderous roars. really just the masks of your repressed anger, desire, and fear. The scriptures warn, when you see a demon, you're really looking at your own heart. If you try to run from it, that anger becomes karmic baggage that will chase you into your next life until you finally face it and make peace with it. As Jung once said, gods and demons are just projections of our subconscious. Only when we shine a light on them can they be transformed into strength. Chonyi Bardo is the ultimate mind theater. There are no external enemies here, just you. Every time you bottle up your emotions or hide your true self in front of the mirror, you're writing the script for this very moment's high-def show. The Tibetan Book of the Dead gives you one key piece of advice. Remember emptiness. That means see everything without clinging, feel your emotions without getting drowned in them, and realize that while they may shine like a rainbow, they're ultimately insubstantial. If you can stay clear-headed amid the storm, even the demons will turn into just light and shadow, and even Buddha will fade into the void, leaving you with nothing but a clear, pure heart reconnecting with that original light. But if you're still clinging to your attachments, your soul will be dragged into the third Bardo, Sipha Bardo, the wild, disorienting storm chasing the next body. Before you step further into that cycle, ask yourself one more time, is what I'm seeing really out there, or is it coming from inside? Only those who truly get the answer can take off their masks in the kaleidoscope of Chonyi Bardo, grab that pure light, and finally break free. When the theater of your mind dims and all those hidden attachments start looking for a stage, that urge to project outward kicks in. That's what we call the third Bardo, Sipha Bardo. Here, your desires and fears work like gravity, pulling your soul toward its next body, just like magnets finding their matching poles. The scriptures say you'll encounter an illusion of a parental union. This isn't just for shock value. It's the universe showing you the gateway to the life you crave. If you're driven by fear, fear will find you. If you're gripped by longing, you'll be reborn into that same vibe. Every emotional choice you make sets the coordinates for your next life. The Tibetan Book of the Dead offers one last piece of advice. Stay awake and don't let illusions trap you. Recognize that they're all empty and you can break free from the cycle. But if you're not clear enough, your soul will fall like a seed into the ground, sprouting anew and forgetting its past. Rebirth isn't a punishment. It's like an unread letter that stays open until you finally understand it. Now let's take a step back and look at the whole journey. The searing white light of Chikhai Bardo, the mind-bending kaleidoscope of Chonyi Bardo, and the magnetic pull of Sipha Bardo. These aren't some alien realms you visit after death. They're simply mirrors reflecting your everyday emotions, thoughts, and actions. How you breathe, love, and fear every day ends up shaping your destiny on the other side. Real spiritual practice starts with the very breath you take right now. So next time you feel anger bubbling up, ask yourself, do I really want to carry that into my next life? And when compassion overflows, let it shine as the beacon that lights your way through the Bardo. Dear traveler, if this journey has sparked something in you, please hit subscribe and share it with other souls in search of answers. Drop a comment and tell me, if today were the day of Chikhai, are you ready to recognize that light? Until the next mystery, see you later.